Experiment Podcast. My name is Adam. I'm with Jake, and we're back again for another great episode. We're going to start this thing off with another 2024 HomeGymCon update, which honestly, one just happened as we were prepping for tonight's recording. So that's really cool. We have one new product to talk about. It's the wide body bench. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. We have some survey results like, have you heard of these companies? And then we're going to wrap this thing up where we're each going to surprise each other with a question. Cue music.
And what do we have before that?
Boom. If you are a big fan of this here podcast, you can get a podcast t-shirt, which we're giggling about it right now because we're pushing a little merch. But I do have to say, I love wearing this t-shirt. I made the mistake of running in mine, Jake, so mine stinks really bad right now. Jake's wearing his Garage Gym Radio t-shirt right now. You can use the link in the description code to check these out. It's got our microphone on the plyo box on the front, and on the back it's the Garage Gym Radio, the boombox 90 style. So if you're interested in getting yourself a shirt, hit that link, and we appreciate your support.
All right. Yeah, go get a shirt. All right. 2024 HomeGymCon update. So a few things here. Number one, we are going to have an official Arm Lifting USA series happen. So we're still trying to figure it out, but it's 100% happening on the Friday of HomeGymCon. We'll also be making specific ticket options to where you can buy a ticket and also enter the arm lifting event. So just be on the lookout for that. If you are interested in arm lifting, it'll be also, even if you're not going to do it, it'll be something cool to watch on Friday and also just learn what the sport is. And then also 3 more vendors added. So number one, Kabuki. They're going to have a big 400 square foot booth. Excited to get them here with all their specialty bars. That's going to be that's an awesome get. Wide body bench. So this is the new bench that we actually are going to talk about here in a minute. They're coming from Montana. So that's pretty cool as well. And then lastly, Stepper. So Stepper is I think they're based in like the UK and Australia, but they're also forming a US team. And this is basically the Peloton of stair steppers. I don't even know if that's the right way to phrase them, but it's more of a compact stair stepper, the screen that you can also put in your garage. And I believe they should be like ready to go this summer with products selling. I know a number of people did pre-order and they're waiting. And I think expected released is this summer. So that'll be a cool product to check out at HomeGymCon as well. Still about 11 and a half months to go, but we're almost filled up in space.
Yep. It's pretty full in there. All right, speaking of that new product and our new vendor for HomeGymCon 2024, we have the wide body bench. I've seen a lot of this on Garage Gym Updates. He's been posting a lot of it. He has one. It's an adjustable bench with movable side pads to help mimic a floor press. Those movable side pads, you can position them in like all different angles coming out of the side of the bench. If you follow either Garage Gym Updates or if you follow Wide Body Bench, you've seen that. Currently, they're on pre-order for $750. And I'm curious to feel what it's like. Yeah, I can't really picture it, but I mean, I can see it, but can't.
That's why you go to something like HomeGymCon. Try before you buy. Yeah. But yeah, I think the big thing is it helps mimic floor press, and looked like there were some cool things that you can do with like dumbbells. Like Jen Thompson did a video and she was doing incline curls. Not sure if you saw that, but that was pretty slick.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah. And I think just like in general, like if you want to do something official in the powerlifting world with something like this, it's kind of expensive to set up if you don't want to do just on the floor. So
sure.
Seems like a pretty cool option. All right, survey results. So this is, last week we did a standard survey where we basically asked, have you heard of X? And we listed off 31 of the most popular companies. And then I would say maybe like a handful of others that were just kind of not necessarily random, but just we threw them in there just to see how they compared. I want to say this is like the 9th or 10th time. We're not seeing too much variance from time to time. So we're just going to switch it up to once per year. And I'll go over the results, but play a little game with Adam. Just have a few questions. see if he gets them right about the results. So as a reminder, we asked about 31 different companies, and it's really not fair to like compare some of the top companies to some of the bottom. However, I do want to mention the bottom 5 right now. It was Freedom Fitness Equipment, Swing Sesh, Havoc, Solid Bar Fitness, and JD Gym Equipped. Adam, that was a randomized list. Who do you think came out on the bottom?
I am going to go with a company who I think has some really cool stuff, and they're just like name isn't really out there that much. So I'm going to go JD Gym Equipped.
Wrong. It was
Oh, man.
Swing Sesh.
Swing Sesh. Dang, I thought that something like that like really pops when it gets shared. So more people probably would have heard of it.
Yeah,
But
that's why I made the question the way I did. I had a feeling you'd think that as well. All right, I'm going to list. I have four here. Who do you think had more votes for Have You Heard Of? So who's more well known, Bridgebill or Torque?
ooh, for the full community audience, like I'll say Torque.
Bridgebill.
Wow. Okay. I'm not
All
doing
right.
good at this game. All right.
Nope. Sorinex or Elite FTS?
Oh, this one's Sorinex.
Yes. Yeah. All right. How about Alico, Bells of Steel?
Alico.
Yes, but it was like 96.4 versus 96%.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so Bells of Steel is way up there too.
Yeah, that's great.
Black Widow or Stray Dog?
Stray Dog.
Black Widow.
Black Widow.
Yeah. And then lastly, so there were about 24, 25 repeat ones from last year of the one from like, I think like September. Only one company went down. So it went from like 90% to 88%, something like that. Who do you think that was?
It's a popular company if it's still high 80s.
Yes. Yeah.
But it went down. Have you heard of them? I'm trying to think of when I voted in the list and what it looked like. Oh man, is it Elite FTS?
No.
No. Who is it?
You're another PRX.
PRX. That makes sense, actually.
Kind of does.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Top 10. Rogue Fitness 99.7. Rep Fitness 99.3. Titan 99.1. Lyco 96.4. Bells of Steel 96. Sorinex 95.4. Kabuki Strength 95.3. Abmat 94.9. Fringe Sport 91.7. American Barbell 90.9.
Yeah, I kind of giggled to myself on a couple of these when I was taking the survey because they were super high, like in the high 90s, and then I thought like, yeah, you've heard of them, but how many people actually own something from these companies?
Next week, we are going to simply do this list again, but it's going to be what do you own? Okay. Or do you own from this? And so we'll match this up to this, and you can see like what percent no versus percent own. So yeah. It should be a good one.
Cool.
We did this last year too, and I doubt the results change, but the results are usually cool. All right. And then lastly, we didn't have a product idea. So we were thinking like, actually, we weren't thinking. I thought about this like a minute before we did the podcast. I was like, what can we do? So we're each going to do one random question for the other person with no prep. Something about their home gym, I presume.
Yes.
You can go first or I can go first.
I'll go first. All right. So Jake has, as you know, a lot of equipment, and he's toyed around with getting rid of a lot of his equipment and having just like his perfect setup. So my question for you, Jake, is you've toyed around with making your home gym better suited for what you want as opposed to being full of things that you review and that you get in. Are you still planning on doing something like that?
Yeah, so I'm actually in the process of just creating a better home gym that's not too cluttered. So part of that is just like, it's going to be the summer, the kids are going to be out a lot, and I don't want just the garage to be full. I just want like a clean gym where everybody can walk through, but there's still it's still an awesome gym. So yes, In the process, I am putting a lot of stuff up on Marketplace and getting rid of a lot of the stuff that, like, if I haven't used it in a year or two, I'm just saying goodbye. You can see behind me.
It looks clear.
It's quite a bit cleaner.
Yeah. I do have a follow-up question.
Okay.
Are there things that you're putting up that are great pieces, but you just don't use, that kind of hurt a little to get rid of, to part ways with? You don't have to share specifics. I mean, make it interesting.
No. I'm thinking. I was kind of giggling because that was similar to my question that I was going to ask you. I haven't gotten rid of anything that I like love.
Okay.
Within the last like months, like within the year, I would say. So no, not yet. Not yet. I'm not to that point yet. So my question for you.
All right.
Because I was like, that was the process I'm in right now. And there's a few things. My question for you was actually like, you've like bought and sold over the many years of building out a home gym. What is the item that you regret most getting rid of?
It's the True Form Trainer, the motorless treadmill that I sold. For anyone who doesn't know, I go through like phases in my training where I do a lot of endurance stuff, like ultra marathon, a lot. I do a handful of ultra marathons and also try to, like, I guess, strength train bodybuild at the same time. So when I'm in like ultra running, a motorless treadmill is like very difficult to use because they're hard to like stay on for a lot of miles. In the winter time though, I do mostly strength training, but I do like to keep my conditioning up. And so not having the motorless treadmill to jump on and do like sprint intervals, I really miss that. And I parted ways with it, and it costs so much money to, like, where if you want to bring one back in, it's like, it's going to take so much saving to do that. Like, I don't know if I'll ever get one back in my space. So yeah, I miss that, and I shouldn't have gotten rid of it. But at the same time, like, when I got rid of it, I was able to bring in so much more for my gym. Like, I brought in the selectorized lat pull down, the commercial grade one I have, brought in the leg curl leg extension. I filled the rest of the space up with horse stall mats. So my gym grew a lot by selling it, but at the same time, like, I miss it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. That was fun.
Yeah, maybe that should just be our thing. That was kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. If you liked tonight's episode, be sure to keep your eye out for new episode releases wherever you listen to podcasts. Stay involved on our social media sites by following Garage Gym Experiment and taking part in our Sunday surveys on Instagram so that you can be a part of these conversations. Like, follow, subscribe to our channel on YouTube, and get involved on our website for all your home gym content needs. Be sure to be following HomeGymCon 2024, adding a lot of great vendors, and we want you to stay involved. So follow HomeGymCon on Instagram. Check out the Facebook and website. Even though they're a little behind right now, they will be updated, and keep up with all that good stuff coming. Jake, do you have anything else left for these fine listeners?
No, maybe buy a t-shirt.
Buy a t-shirt, and that's going to do it for us, guys. We'll catch you next time. See ya.